Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we are going to learn and I will demonstrate on how to pronounce English consonant sounds. And I will show you the mouth movement and say each word clearly. And then you can repeat after me. So let's move on to the first exercise, which is plosive sounds or the pop sounds. This part which has 6 consonants. Now let's look at the first pair, which is p, p. Okay, so p and p is different ways to pronounce. P is a voiceless sounds, but p is a voice sounds because you can feel the vibration on your throat. Okay, now let's start with a bilabial stops, which is p, and b. So p, watch my lips. P. Now b, p. So let's practice by say p. Okay, so we can practice it by always use it in the words. For example, big, pat, rap. So now the second pair, which is t. Now that is alveolar stops. Both tongues touches the alveolar ridge. Okay, so the first one, which is t. Okay, that's one which is t. Together we combine will be t. So as we can practice this by say time, down, pat, back. Okay, here the difference between those consonants. Now the last pair, which is k and k. Okay, if you notice that p, t, k is a voiceless sounds, because if you think, for example, if you use the air in your mouth, okay, if you have a pad of tissue, you can say p, k, and t. Okay, that is a voiceless sounds. So the first one is k. Okay, the second one, which is k. Okay, together we will say k. So we have cold, kill, back. Okay, that's for the first exercise. Now you have moved on to the second exercise, which is fricatives or the hissing and buzzing sounds. Now, this part which the air is forced through a narrow channel, creating turbulence. Basically, we have also 6 consonants that you want to know, and you might have to practice it in order to get the right way on how to pronounce it. So the first one, which is labiodental. So the first one, which is labiodental So the first one, which is labiodental fricatives. Okay, so this one is your teeth on your lip. So we have f, and v. Okay, listen carefully and watch clearly on how my mouth shape. Okay, the first one is f. Okay, the second one v. Okay, for f, the example is fine and leaf. It's a voiceless. Okay, for v is vine and leaf. Okay, vine and leaf. Now, so we can make practices by using this drill. F, v, f. v, v. Now you can see and hear the difference between those two consonants. Now we have pairs also. We have fast, fast, and vas. Fast and vas. Okay, for the vas, you can clearly hear and see the vibration on your throat. Okay, we have fang, fang, and vang, fang and vang. Okay, so safe, safe, and safe, safe and safe. Now, for the group 2 or group B, which is alveolar fricatives. Okay, this one we have s, s, okay, s, and z, z. We have s and z. Okay, this one your tongue is at the little bit touched to your upper teeth. Okay, okay, which one is go? So for the example, the example of s, s and z. Okay, for example, s, which is sip, sip, and miss. Okay, sip and miss. The second one, which is z, 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 z. Okay, that one is zip and hiss. Hiss, hiss, hiss. That one which. Okay, for the example of z, which is zip. Okay, zip. Now, the drill is z, z, z. Okay, z, 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 and z, 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 z. Okay, can you repeat after me? Z, 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 z. Okay. Now we have two different pairs, which is su, su, and zu, zu, zu. Okay, su, 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 and zu. Okay, bus and buzz, bus and buzz. Price. Okay, we have price and prize, price and prize. Okay. Now for the last pair, we have post alveolar, which is sh and z. Okay, z, sh and z. Now for the example of sh, 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 which is sheep or fish. Okay, sheep or fish. The second one, which is measure, measure, j. Okay, measure, vision, vision. That is the difference between those two consonants, and we can practicing by say sherry and measure. Okay, sherry, measure, sherry, measure, measure, measure. Now let's move on to the exercise 3, which is nasal sounds or the nose sound. Now, this is where airflow passes through the nose. It means that if you close your nose, it cannot be done. And we have 3 consonants, which is and Okay, it may sounds similar, but it different on how you pronounce it. So for the first one, which is okay, it is done by if you close your lips. Okay, Okay, the second one, which is So this is where your tongue nearly touches the upper teeth. Okay, The last one, the third one, which is Okay, this is where your tongue at the back of your throat. Okay, so for the which is the example is mat or hum. The second one, which is nat or hand, and the last one, which is sing or bank. So we can practice this by using Okay, let's repeat after me. Okay, so the pairs for this consonant, which is mat versus nat, sing versus sing, rum versus rhyme. for exercise 4, we have approximants and others. Now, we have 4 consonants that you might to know, which is w, r, ch, and l. So, for w, we have wet and quick. Okay. Now, for j, we have yes and use. Now, for r, we have red and very. The last one, which is l. Okay, we have let and tell. So, at this part, it is where alveolar lateral approximant. Air flows over the sides of the tongue. And the second one, which is the tongue curls back slightly. So, these consonants we can practice by using the pairs. Okay, we have light versus right, yet versus wet, and long versus wrong. Now, move on to the exercise 5, which is mixed drills. So this is where you test your ability to switch between sounds quickly. Mind you, if we will go it slowly so that you can adapt it. So now, the first one, which is contrasting stops or fricatives. Okay, we have p, f, p, f. So which is pi versus phi. So second one, which is t and s, okay, which is b and v. Okay, this one, which is very versus very. So the second one, which is nonsense syllables, is helps you to practice moving between sounds. For example, pa, ta, ka, or la, ra, cha, wa. The last but not least, we have simple practice sentence. So the sentence that we want to practice together, which is she sells seashells by the seashore. So you need to focus on the s and z. Okay, she sells seashells by the seashores. Okay, thank you for watching. Bye.